Video games that tell me you're a road rager. That is what we're going to be talking about in this video. And I got this idea from this one car friend, right? He every now and then drives me to the arcade and we binge that shit until it closes. But on our way there, within like in the middle of the journey, we're gonna we always encounter that one Merc driver being an absolute douche. And the way my friend talks about it, he would literally voluntarily let go of his steering wheel and then point to that car with the tip of his index finger and start talking shit to it. And I saw that resemblance. I saw the resemblance where like I can see myself being equally as angry when I see a Varus in the top lane. And then it clicked on me where I thought, wait a second. If you map the other drivers in the road to be your teammates, quote unquote, then maybe I could start to see a correlation in people who get angry in video games and those who road rage every single time they get their hands on the steering wheel. But that's what we're going to be finding out today. We're going to be talking about Minecraft Bedwars. We're going to be talking about Fortnite, League of Legends, Elden Ring, Nightreign. And we're going to be ranking them in a tier list on how much I think the players are likely to road rage. And I'm going to be real with you, I'm going to be roasting all your communities all at once, so nobody's safe in this video. But if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And with that being said, let us start the evaluation. Counter-Strike. Brother, this is like attempt number 69 on the recordings right now because every single time I talk about Counter-Strike, I get sidetracked into talking about Russian people. Brother, I used to think the stereotypes of this game were like completely exaggerated, I thought like the whole angry Russian people trope in Counter-Strike was because Russian as a language, sounds a little bit more aggressive than the other languages and all. But nah, bro, these guys get so angry like it's a flick, like they're flicking a switch. Because okay, you know how like in the typical argument, it starts with like the na like the normal speaking voice is some guy telling you the comms, Yeah, okay, we got one guy site B, and then like maybe some kid will start unmuting and then being like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro, no one cares, or some shit like that. And then the argument starts like gradually escalating, like it goes from na 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 to na 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 na. Nah, bro. If you ever encounter a Russian player in a game of Counter-Strike, which the encounter rate is probably like about 70%, 80% or some shit like that, they're gonna go from something as quiet as hey to I'm about to fucking kill you! Some like crazy degree like that. No, but if I'm being real with you, right, on second glance, like don't get me wrong, these guys are like the clear and cut and shape examples of a road rager and all. But they're the type of people where you can like earn back their respect, right? Like these guys are the types of motherfuckers who will go to you side to side on a red light, open their windows and start yelling at you. But if you keep your tone calm, right, if you start off with an apology and try and speak respectfully to a Counter-Strike player, they'll start to calm down as well, and you might be able to even make friends with them, But if we're talking in terms of cortisol spikes, then like Counter-Strike players, they're over here spiking like ballistic missiles. Bedwars. The last time I played this game mode on Minecraft was like back when I was a little midget and everyone was, everyone wasn't going absolutely insane with building or fighting skills or whatever. Back when I was a midget and I was like, I was spam clicking against this one guy and he would keep hitting me and I wouldn't be able to hit him back and I'm like, what even is going on? I literally supposedly have the exact same range as this guy. Why is this guy out meleeing me? I'd start screaming my lungs out, like raging about all of that. But that's like childhood times, That's like childhood times. That was back when everybody was, going down their fingers on the shift key to build bridges towards the middle, the center area, I mean. But nowadays, brother, I have seen some clips of the late Technoblade himself, brother. I think I know what it feels like to be like the modern equivalent of Pablo Picasso, because some of the Technoblade clips that I've seen are like absolutely insane. Like I didn't even know you could pull this shit off in Minecraft, bro. Bro, I didn't even know Minecraft could be that deep in terms of mechanics, innit? But yeah, if you're like, okay, if you're in a lobby full of grown-ass men in a game of Bedwars, okay, but this is speaking like large hypotheticals, because Minecraft Bedwars or just any Minecraft PvP game mode will just be full of kids. And they're probably over here breaking wine glasses through the amount of decibels they produce. But like, if we're talking about like adult versus adults, then like, would I see Bedwars players like absolutely losing it on the roads, let alone in game? I mean, like, Yeah, no, I see it. I see it, bro. I see it crazy. I see it crystal clear because like since it's at the end of the day Minecraft, like a game where you have literally every single letter of freedom in your own hands. You're gonna always have that one guy from the other side of the map hitting you with a fireball while you're sprinting towards the diamond farm and then knocking you out the map with 3 emeralds in hand. Look, those moments are gonna happen, and like, brother, Bedwars players have to be like the biggest rage baiters, bro. You have every single tool to rage bait. Like, I've only mentioned the fireball so far, but like the fireball in itself is already like ridiculous, bro. Like, at least the TNT, you see, like, you know it's coming, right? You can start strategizing, and you can start, you know, you can like, honestly, you can talk sportsmanship when you're using TNT. But if you're the type of guy that's spamming fireballs, bow and arrows, knocking motherfuckers off on a 1 block thin bridge, then nah, you know what? Yeah, you are literally the problem. You are the type of guy that would find a minor inconvenience in your journey, and as a result, you would start nuking the entire lane. Brother, whenever you put your keys into the car, you have a 60% chance of causing a car accident by collat, and you're gonna come out unscathed. Because I know you over there throwing all that ranged bullshit. Even the snowballs, man. Oh my days, bro. Like I said, I was a midget back when I played this game, and I used to think that snowballs are completely obsolete until I got hit by one of those in, once again, a 1 block thin bridge. Brother, you have so many options in Bedwars to just harass motherfuckers from a safe spot. And that's why I'm telling you, like, even on the roads, you are going to come out unscathed with other people suffering in hell. I can see the vision, my guy. I see the vision. You don't got no respect. You are literally the problem. Fortnite. Okay, this is gonna be a hot take, right? But I think Fortnite, as absurd as it seems, has the players with like the best vocabulary when it comes to roasting people. I am not even joking. But I have seen clips of Fortnite players literally rapping out an entire essay worth of insults on a guy, and each sentence contains completely different words. Like, okay, like the type of rage I would see in like League of Legends would literally consist of you are so bad, go AFK. The three magic letters known as keep yourself safe, and something to do with the rope. But Fortnite, bro, Fortnite players will literally come up to you and call you a beheaded dinosaur, or like a spoon-filled microwave, or some random shit like that. Brother, your performance in Fortnite is going to be put in raps depending on how badly you play. And like, why am I talking about insults and not compliments, brother? Let's be real here. Nobody's going into an online PvP game to compliment each other. Nah, bro, that's gotta be some like Valorant shit. It has to be in a game where it's like literally full of softies, bro. And Fortnite, once again, it's another game filled with little children. Okay, this is gonna be another hot take, bro. Fortnite players have a better mental fortitude than any of the Riot games, and that is including all the kiddie players. So I'm gonna be real with you, these guys will be able to tank a lot, but like, nah, they're definitely gonna be a road rager. They're definitely gonna be the road rager, and they're the type of guy who would pop their heads out the windows and then start chanting the entire Bible of roasts. Tekken, Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, any of those 1v1 fighting games. Let me give you guys like another. Okay, it's a relatively lukewarm take in my opinion, but I think that doing real combat sports is significantly better than playing a fighting game. Because A, your improvement in combat sports directly reflects your improvement in physical and mental like fortitude. And like, secondly, combat sports is just genuinely more technically complicated than a fighting game on a 2D space. And in my case, I dabble in a little bit of boxing, but like, I get so pissed off. I often get really pissed off in sparring, bro. And you know what? You know what? If you're the type of guy that gets angry at playing fighting games, you're probably also gonna get angry when you're playing chess and you're losing. And you're probably also the type of guy who gets really pissed off if you play any of the rhythm games. Like me, I will play 20 minutes of Osu and encounter a 7-star map that I can almost beat, but I can't. And I deadass would like low-key destroy my laptop on the spot. But like, when I'm playing like an online team game, for example, like League of Legends, I'm like the most chill person you ever see. Like all them teammates might be on negative KDs like 1 and 5, 0 and 7, you know, 0 and 3 and 2 or some shit like that. And I'll be like, you know what? if I get this much gold and get this item, I'll be able to carry. So this game is therefore winnable. I'm chilling right now. And like you guys are starting to see the trend, right? If you're the type of guy that gets angry at fighting games, the likelihood is that you're the type of guy that gets the most angry at yourself. You're the type of guy that self-criticizes and maybe you will lash out on other people. But like you're also the type of guy who doesn't really have like, you probably don't care enough about other people to get angry at them. So I feel like if you do, so like I feel like even at the roads, if you are a fighting games player, you would most likely keep it in the car. I'm gonna make another assumption right here. You're probably that one guy in your friend group that's really chill, but when you sit down and you guys all play Smash Bros with the boys, you're gonna be that one guy who low-key tries to throw the Joy-Con out the window. I see it, bro. There's a vision right there. Call of Duty Warzone. What I like to imagine the COD community to be is the exact same thing as the Fortnite community, except their threats are more hostile and genuine. Like, bro, Fortnite is like toxicity casual. And then Call of Duty people, the Call of Duty people are like toxicity ranked. Like, do I even need to talk about Warzone? Because Warzone basically just directly emulated the community of Call of Duty. And I've only played a bit of this game until I started realizing that, brother, this game is a grinding pay-to-win game masked behind the Battle Royale. Like, I am not even joking. Even the Battle Royale mode of Pixel Gun 3D was less pay-to-win than COD Warzone. Like, I just came up with a hypothesis, right? If you collect about 10 people who in their Twitter profiles has like more than 3 flags that are not from an existing country in their profile, and then put them in the COD Warzone lobby, or any COD lobby just in general, they would shed their first tier within the first 10 seconds of joining a lobby. And they would probably not exit their room for at least the next 10 days. That's how it's gonna go. That is how ruthless these people are. And when it comes to how much they would road rage, honestly, they could top Counter-Strike. I might not be joking there. Because Counter-Strike players you can make chill with, these people would quite literally intentionally try and get to your lobby so that they can put landmines on the next car you start driving. That is how crazy I see this game's players as, I can't lie. And if you're that type of guy, you're probably the type of guy that would chase somebody home. And like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? You kind of are the problem. You're the type of motherfuckers that you do not want to tick off. Like, I think the least hostile thing that these people are gonna do to you, if you like even moderately anger them, is to like chuck a Starbucks coffee right at your window, you know, maybe a pair of slippers here and then, you know, like full Karen Gully style. And then in the worst case, they're probably cartel members, low key. League of Legends. Anger! Rage! Fucking... what's the other word? Wrath! Add on League of Legends as a synonym for those terms in the dictionary, I swear to God. Because these people... oh my days, bro. League of Legends players are like the absolute professionals when it comes to evading accountability and then diverging it towards another person. And yeah, I can see you're the type of guy that will go both ways. You're gonna be the one who's gonna be causing everybody to rage. Like these other two games, these guys are the problems reactively, you know? These guys would drive relatively normally until you ever so slightly tick them off. But League players? Brother, from the bear to the keys to the car to the tree. League players are gonna be the ones causing the havoc and screaming at other guys in their lane for their own mistakes. I am not even joking. Overwatch. I feel like when it comes to Overwatch, you can pinpoint most of the road rages depending on which specific characters they main. Like I might be talking some outdated shit right now because I've only played a bit of Overwatch 2 when it got released and most of my playtime's on Overwatch 1, but from the last time I checked, Genji mains are selfish as fuck. Tracer mains, they're basically the same. Hanzo mains will take their time typing on the keyboard because he can just sit in the backline. Widowmaker, I mean, I haven't seen that many toxic widows, but oh yeah, and Moira. But I'll put Moira in the same category as the Genji and Tracer players. And you see the trend. It's mostly the DPSs. And it's not even half of their roster. And like these guys are gonna be loud as fuck. These guys are gonna be absolutely seething at you for a minor inconvenience. And that translates right directly to the road. These guys are gonna be road rages. However, if you're talking about the rest of the mains out there, I don't think they're that bad. I mean, it's kind of surprising because I've actually seen more people type than speak and voice chat for Overwatch. Like, even when they're flaming or some shit. So I think they're quiet rages. They're gonna have some thoughts on you being thrown around about. But like, they're probably just gonna mumble that shit off to like the guy that sits next to them. I think that's how it goes. Elden Ring, Nightreign. You guys know hard shit, bro. You guys definitely know what the true problem is in every single circumstance. Brother, I was worried before the release of this game because of like how insanely obsessed like the Souls-like community was on telling people to get good, bro. Like, I thought they're the types of people who would find every single excuse to tell another player that they're not playing the game properly. Brother, if you throw a singular sleep pot on a singular Albinoric at any point of your playthrough of Elden Ring, you are not playing the game properly. That's what they're gonna say. And I used to think that, and when you emulate that kind of mindset to Elden Ring Nightreign, I thought it was gonna be bad, bro. But like, I don't know. It might just be because of the fact that the Nightreign, the game itself, doesn't have any chat functionalities except for like the default ping. Bro, the Nightreign players are so nice, bro. Like, I'm over here being hard stuck depth too. Like, I'm absolutely trash at that game. And there's gonna be that one cracked guy weaving through every single attack of motherfucking Knight Artorias. And then for every dodge, he runs over to me. And I'm over here spectating this guy with 3 whole bars. And he would still run up to me whilst dodging every single attack and start reviving me with every single method possible, right? It doesn't even matter if like the boss has like 1/5 of its health left. It doesn't even matter if it even moderately looks like the guy can solo the boss. They're always gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, get up. It's not your time to give up just yet. Get your ass up. We're gonna win this together." Brother, you say run starts playing, Gladius is shitting its pants in the corner, and the Night Lord is being slain by all 3 of us up on our feet. And like I said, these people understand hardship, and to close the entire statement, I'ma just say it. These people will show you empathy, but more importantly, these people are the type of guys that will keep you going, you know? You'll meet these guys on the road at some point. And they're gonna be the most respectful bunch you'll ever see in your life. And guess what the beautifully cruel thing is, right? By the end of that interaction, you're gonna never meet these guys again. Just like in the game. Apex Legends. Now, the thing about, like, are you guys, like, starting to see a trend about, like, yeah, do you guys see the correlation in the team versus team dynamic and how many players are gonna be angry at you? Yeah, no, I feel like Apex is that one exception, bro. And you know why, bro? It's literally because Apex Legends has like the most outplay potential out of all these games. I feel like actually, you could hit some crazy outplays on Bedwars, maybe even on Fortnite as well. Nah, but Apex, bro. Not only can you outplay other people, you outplay them in like such a slick way. Like the dopamine hit you get from literally hitting a 1v2 or 1v3. I've never done a 1v3 in my life before, by the way. Is like so much greater than all the other games that I've played so far. And that's why, like, again, when it comes to getting angry, you're probably gonna get angry at yourself more than other people. For some people, it's probably gonna be vice versa. But like, I feel like Apex players, they're mostly focused on themselves, right? And that's the other thing, right? I guess it helps that like you can only have a maximum of 3 people within a singular party. So like when it comes to getting angry in the road, I feel like Apex players are going to keep it in the car. Like, I don't think that's a crazy statement to make. Valorant. Oh no, these people definitely road rage. You want to know something, bro? Valorant, bro. From my experience, Valorant players are like the most sensitive people. Like you can say hi in a funny way, and these guys would start getting hyper depressed or some shit. Like again, the entire stereotype of e-dating and all these in all these games, like I thought that was a lie until I started getting into this game, bro. And like, let's be real here. Like, brother, these people will get so upset if you turn on the indicator the wrong way for even like a split millisecond. Okay, wait, no, that's a terrible example. That is a terrible example. My bad. Okay. I just imagined that. Yeah, nah, that's a bad example. I'll come up with another one later. But brother, even when I like open any social media and like see some stuff about Valorant, it is always drama that feels like the most obsolete thing I've ever seen in my life, brother. You see, I'm a normal ass guy, bro. I would put on some of these like, you know, some of these videos covering some like crazy drama of whatever, of some like crazy streamer that I've never seen before while I'm having my dinner or some shit, right? And the video is gonna consist of like these guys messaging each other, of these guys calling each other out on motherfucking Twitter for being a snowflake. Like, at the same time of that being like the best insult they can come up with, it's also just like, but it must be so peaceful. Your life has to be so peaceful being a Valorant player outside of the game. Like literally any minor inconvenience would make you upset, bro. Make one of these guys live in Japan. Make one of the non-Japanese Valorant players live in Japan, and then hit these guys with a level 1 earthquake. Yes, a level 1 earthquake. I'm gonna tell you something. You barely feel a level 1. You would barely feel a level 1 earthquake. Like level 2 maybe. Level 3 is when you start feeling it, and level 4 is when you start feeling a little bit iffy. Level 5 and over, you start feeling like your life is about to go 6 feet under along with the building that you're currently in. But anyways, yeah, honestly, you're gonna speak out some like, you're gonna start talking shit in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like when it comes to Valorant players, like I'm talking too much shit about these guys. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. You guys will rage, but they're always gonna think twice about confronting another guy and yelling at them in person. So I'm gonna just put you in. You keep it in the car. Not probably because you want to, but probably because you're actually scared of the extra trouble. And you know what? I respect you for that. And there you go. That is going to be the tier list of video games that tell me that you definitely are a road rager. Again, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that bell button to stay notified. And I'm surprised at the momentum we're getting, you know. We're about to hit 400 subscribers, and that's like absolutely baffling me right now. But my goal don't change, and that goal is that by the end of this year, I want to hit 5,000 subscribers. And I think y'all can get me there in a moment's notice. Nevertheless, thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys next time.